Hello, everybody, and welcome to Desperate Measures. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well, Neil. How are you?
I am good.
Fantastic.
Well, doing well.
Good. This is the first episode of our new campaign, Desperate Measures. And if you haven't seen the character creation for it, there are VODs on YouTube and on Twitch or wherever they reside. So before we jump into game, why don't we go around the table, introduce our characters, and then we'll get into some trouble here. So let's start with the man in the upper left corner, Lucas. Who are you, and who are you playing today?
I am Lucas, aka Mrmouton. I'll be playing Ebner. He's a dwarf cleric of Tempos. So, should be fun.
And tell us a little bit about him. I know he's not quite fully developed and everything, but...
Ebner definitely isn't developed, but he comes from a very poor area, and he chose Tempos because he loves thinking of the future and how times are going to change. So Ebner is very interested in, I guess, breaking his current area out of poverty and kind of fixing it. So
yeah, lovely. And next up is Connor. Who are you and who are you playing today?
What up? I'm Connor. Today I will be playing Jeb, the human ranger. He usually just kind of keeps himself out in the woods. There where he lives in a little hut or some shit. Just hunting and whatnot. Making his own clothes and just kind of living off the land and shit.
And next up is Tom. Who are you and who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm Tom, aka Azure Wind. I'm playing Callum, who is a human, basically a Street Fighter brawler type dude. That's kind of how he made his winnings, off of just people who were watching the spectacle of street fights and betting and things like that. He got beat down a lot. Didn't win too many fights, but he's just one tough SOB. But otherwise, he's not a mean kind of tough. He's actually pretty lighthearted and easygoing kind of guy. But he really likes his brawling. Yeah.
Excellent. And last but not least, Will. Who are you and who are you playing today?
Oh man, I'm playing Joka. He's a human male fighter, and he's a woodsman. He goes out in the woods and chops down trees and brings back wood for the town. It's kind of what he does. Takes care of his grandma. She's getting kind of old, can't really move around too much anymore. So, gets the wood, brings it to town, goes to grandma.
what's his grandma's name?
Grandma's name? Oh man, what do we call her? Lily. Grandma's name is Lily.
Ah, very nice.
Grandma Lily.
I pre-named because I had to name on the fly. We'd never get anywhere.
So I've got some questions for the whole party, things that we went over when we made our characters, but it's been a few weeks, so this is our recap, refresher, and quiz. So what is the name of the town that you are all from?
Latrine.
Latrine.
Yes, it is. And why is it named Latrine?
Because it's a shithole.
Yes, it is. All right. And why have you left Latrine to come here, where we will meet you?
Spaceballs 2.
We left to
search for more money.
get money. Yeah.
And why do you need all this money? Why can't you just live a life in peace, chopping wood and shit?
Because the red dragon named Scoria needs the gold and up metals. If I remember correctly, she's not a big fan of the silver and the coppers, but she likes the gold and up, or does she like silver too?
Silver, gold, iron and bronze, brass, copper. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit about those
She's
ones.
not good enough she's too good for the working man's metals.
Gotcha. I just didn't know how good she was, if the silver was still the working man's metal to her, not,
She likes the pretty metals, not those plebeian working metals. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And let's see, what other good questions can we quiz you on here? Who is sort of the leader of this party?
I think that would be Ebner.
No.
Oh, it's definitely Ebner. It is Ebner the cleric.
It was Ebner, because he's like the town cleric.
Yeah.
Well, because
And they're just like,
he's
all
the
right, shit.
closest.
Sure, I'm the
He's
leader.
the closest person to you're like the closest person to
Well, he's the highest off the floor. I think is the best way to put that.
yeah, there you go.
Closest to
Yeah.
God.
You've got that divine intervention that you can wield from time to time. A good connection and sort of a moral center of the town. So you've come out here to make some money so that your town won't get destroyed by the dragon when you refuse to pay, when you cannot pay the tribute. And these 3 people are here to help you out. And what level is everyone in the party?
Roll.
1.
58.
Wow! Hold on, I gotta rewrite today's script.
Amazing.
It'll
Oh,
be
good. Yeah.
I told you we were coming for the dragon today, Neil. We had a 58.
Today.
right. Okay. Well, is there anything else we want to clarify before we hop in? Because we're gonna hop in at a pretty quick pace here. Anything else we need to cover?
Oh, I guess. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I guess my character is married.
Oh.
I think the only other thing to say about that is that his wife is named Anna, and they're very devoted to each other. But Anna just doesn't like the fact that his chosen trade is very dangerous, and I think she's with child too. So she kind of just wants him to stay safe, and so that the child can grow up with a father. That's
So
pretty
you've
much all.
decided to like fuck off to the other side of the world and go fight monsters to make money.
to make money to pay for them so that
Certainly.
they can have a good life. But yeah, she doesn't. She just wants him to be safe. That's all.
Okay.
Ebner loves women, but he's devoted to God and God only. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. Have you picked your spells for the day, Ebner?
I'm gonna be going with. Well, do you want me to tell you or no?
Yeah, tell us all.
I'm gonna be going with Sun Scorch, Bless, and Cure Light Wounds.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm actually going to let you change some of those a little bit because we're going to be starting the day on a dark and stormy, rainy day where the sun is not in the sky, clouds are blocking it, the weather is foul, lightning and thunder abound, and you have been searching. No, I shouldn't say searching. You've been tracking monsters. You've already made it to Eridon, the kingdom to the east, and you're here looking for some sort of treasure, because this whole section of the world's been ravaged by monsters, overrun by demons who then just sort of receded and vanished, leaving desolation and waste in their path. All the big towns have already been picked over. You've come up from the south. You've moved through the town of Limestone, but there was nothing there to pick up. All the good loot's already been taken, but you did find tracks of goblins, and you've been following them for a day or so now. And you are arriving at their lair on this dark and stormy day. So you can go ahead and re-roll or re-pick that Sun Scorch. It's not going to be super useful today.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, here you guys are. Outside of a goblin lair. You've been creeping alongside of it. You can see the tracks, which are now muddy and pooling with water that's rippling with the rain, lead right on into it. You've counted, at least 4 goblins were in the party that went into the cave, so you know there's at least 4, but probably twice that number or so in here. And you have not a ton of reasons to expect treasure to be found here, but hopefully there'll be some loot, some treasure lying around. I mean, it is a Goblin Cave, right?
There's gotta be.
So, what is the conversation on the outside of the Goblin Cave?
Well, I guess we're lucky since we're going in a dark cave that I brought light for the day. Haha.
That's a very good spell. I'm glad you have that. Maybe we can put that on our front runners here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ebner. I was going to ask if anyone had a torch, but
No. I'll just cast this when it gets a little dark for us. So you guys think there's going to be treasure in this one, eh? I know we went through a few of them and there's been nothing except bugs and...
Well, hopefully the goblins have looted something. Hopefully they've been acquire some wealth. Maybe.
hopefully.
Does anybody speak Goblin? Maybe we can go about this with a peaceful...
I certainly don't speak Goblin myself. Absolutely not.
Nah, don't have an ear for it.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, just remember, y'all, when we go in there, them feisty little buggers, they'll get you good.
All right.
So get us.
Well, hopefully we get them first.
If you're not careful, they will.
I've never been very much afraid of goblins. There's many
Say
other
that
things
until you
out
get
there.
surrounded by 4 or 5 of them on your own. That's a pretty bad time.
That it is.
What's the light level like?
It is late in the day on a dark and rainy day, so the light is pretty dim. Enough to sort of see the outside of the cave with some level of detail, but very little light is going to trickle into that cave. Basically, once you pass the mouth of the cave, you're going to be in dire straits.
Got it.
And here we see on screen our characters' tokens. This here is Callum. This here is Ebner. This is Joka. And this is the party leader, Ebner. Did I say Ebner twice?
You did. You said Ebner and pointed to Jeb.
Jebediah, not Ebner. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is Jebediah here. I'm sorry. So let's kick it. I'll tell you if you need to stop moving your tokens for any reason, but other than that, here's your Goblin Cave on your dark and stormy day.
And then light into me works like it does in 5e, where I can just cast it on somebody's like shield or weapon or whatever, and then that is like the light source, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
There is going to be a duration on the spell that should be paid close attention to. How does it work? Light
Trying to find the duration.
has a duration, 1 hour plus 1 turn per level. And for those of you unfamiliar with 2nd edition, 1 turn is 10 rounds.
Which is 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Which is 10 minutes. Why they
round.
decided to say a turn is 10 rounds, I will never know. It'll be confusing forever. But just
Wow.
live with it.
Okay, I'll look towards Jebediah and ask if he would like the light spell on him, or who's leading our party.
I mean, I'm following the tracks, but I'm not going to be going in first. I
Callum?
got the bow here.
I suppose I could go in first, yeah.
I will grant you the light spell on your... Do you have a weapon, or do you use fists?
I use fists. That's what I was going to ask is, does it have to be casted on a particular item, or can it just be casted on a person, or...
Well, we'll
It
let
casts-
Ebner read his spell and decide.
I'm just going to cast it on your clothing. Hey, that should work, right?
Mm-hmm. You can do anything you want to me, little... Wait, are you, you're a dwarf, right?
Dwarf. Correct, yeah.
You can do anything you want to me, little man.
Okay. I will cast light on his clothing.
Excellent. You now illuminate. You don't so much like glow. It's not like looking at your clothes makes them shine in your face, but there's just an aura of light around you, seemingly coming from every direction and no direction, only casting shadows, directly away from you.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Well, it sounds like we know who's in front and who's in the back. Mr. Cleric, would you like to be in 2nd or 3rd?
I'll go in 3rd.
All right. Lead the way, Sir
All right.
Callum, whose name I'm forgetting already.
Good.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. No, you got it. So do we just keep dragging?
Yeah, you move until you see something that you aren't happy with, or
I gotcha.
or I could call stop, something like that. All right, let's pause right about here, because right about here, there comes a from inside the cave as a goblin that was on its way out spots you and comes to a stop. I'm gonna roll to see if the party's surprised. Nope. And neither is the goblin. So why don't we roll initiative and we will play it out in turn order.
The goblin
So
screamed.
it did give a scream, yes. So click on your token, click the initiative button in the upper left-hand corner, and add the weapon speed modifier, which is associated with your weapon. Our little goblin has a spear.
Let's see. Sorry, guys.
Ebner got a 14.
Can I roll the right thing? I clicked the initiative thing in the sheet next to the weapon. Is that
That'll
correct?
work. This is... If you're clicking your token, that should work fine. But I don't think your token was selected at the time.
No,
Sorry.
it wasn't. Okay.
1, 2, 3. We're missing one person.
Yeah, you're missing me. How do I find my I'm sorry, my weapon modifier?
Right.
So
So
it's
if you
on-
look at your character sheet in the combat tab,
Yeah.
you'll
sorry.
see a speed on the far right side, and the speed is what you're doing. So with your brass knuckles, that's going to be 3. So if you
Gotcha.
click on your
Thank
token,
you.
click on the initiative button, hit the 3, you should be good
Perfect.
to go.
There you go.
Lovely. Right, lowest goes first, and that's going to be Jebediah. You're the first one to react to the goblin's presence, Jeb.
Excellent. Oh, we got a live one in here, boys. Let's get him. And I'll take a shot at him.
All right.
Hell yeah.
16 will strike the goblin square in the body.
Perfect. I don't know why it added 2 + 2s, but I'll take it.
Roll me some damage.
Excellent.
-2. All right. The goblin takes the blow to the right shoulder, sort of stumbles backwards a pace as Callum rolls around.
Okay. So I'm not in range of him yet, right? So I would need to close with him in order to attack.
Correct.
Okay. So I do have tumbling. If I forgo my attack this turn, would it be possible for me to like tumble close to him? Or without him? Okay.
Yeah, so you can use tumbling to reduce the to increase your AC to like dodge incoming attacks
Okay.
if you forego your attack action.
Right. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll use that to close with him.
Sure. So you'll get closer and sort of be in a dodging stance.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and move yourself as you need. You have 120 feet of movement that you can use, so that's more than enough to get wherever you want to go.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect.
I'll move right here. Yeah.
Excellent. And I believe if you are tumbling, you get an AC bonus of 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect. Good. I don't have to look that up then. The goblin sees the 4 of you here and is going to try and stab you, Callum, with his spear,
Okay.
which is a 10 to hit, which is not going to hit because you're tumbling. And then the goblin's gonna bolt, starting to yell and scream and run away. You are adjacent to the goblin, but you don't have you're using your fists. So you don't have a weapon in your hand. So I don't think the goblin provokes an attack of opportunity by running from you, but it does run and yell. And I will just keep it moving up to its full movement rate. Okay, that leaves us with Joka.
I guess we're just gonna sneak up here and just look into the cave. I can't really see too far in there, so I think that's gonna be it. And I'll take a dodge action, I guess, forgo my attack. If something comes at me, I want to dodge out of the way.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, there's a parry action. It'll increase your AC by 1 since you're a first level fighter.
Perfect.
Ebner.
I'm gonna move up here and put my shield in front, and I guess ready an attack.
Okay. All right, and we're gonna come back to the top of the initiative order. The party sees no sign of goblins, but Jebediah, it's your turn.
Excellent. I'll move right up here. And then, like, take a corner right here. And then hold any attacks until I can see a goblin.
Mm-hmm. All right. Callum.
Okay. Well, Callum is a little naive, but he's not stupid. So I think he's gonna probably turn this corner like 2 steps in front of him, and then turn to face like this way, and then here a little bit further into the cave. I guess it looks like he can't really see that far, I guess, by the interface. So yeah. I guess I'm being a little bit cautious here. But I guess nothing else happened. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I guess at the end of this, I look back at everyone else and I go, what are y'all thinking? Should we go any deeper?
I think so. I mean, we already came this far. Might as well see if they've got anything, even if they do know we're here.
Yeah, just stay together.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say if I'm next in turn order, I just want to stay behind him. So.
Sure. Well, it's been a minute since anyone's seen the goblins. We can sort of step out of
Okay.
turn order here for the time being. As you're standing outside this cave, what are you gonna do?
Well, looks like we got kind of two options, boys. We can either wait to see if any of the other ones come out, or we go further in. It's kind of what we do here.
Yeah, let's just go further in.
Yeah, I think we should just push in together.
All right.
All right.
Lead the way, bright light.
All right, let's see. All right. Is this a dead end? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so far zoomed in.
Right, the sounds of the storm outside begin to fade as you get closer and deeper into the cave when you run into an intersection. It's a fairly large chamber, complete with stalactites and stalagmites all over, kind of hanging from the ceiling and jutting from the ground, with a passage leading north and a passage leading deeper into the cave to the east.
Let's
Well, what do
go.
you say? Do we split up here, or do we stay together?
We never split
Oh,
up.
we should stay together.
I
Never
think we
ever.
stay together.
I think we should go straight.
All right, Ebner, straight it is. Go.
Got it, sir.
Lord Tempos wills me to go forward, always.
It is right here. Let's give it a pause. When you hear this "Ah!" coming from behind you, and 4 goblins who have readied their charge attack for when they could see you come racing down this passageway. But you can't quite see them, can you? They're coming.
Not the moment.
There they are.
Okay.
They charge in from behind, screaming at the top of their little goblin lungs, spears out, practically naked, just wearing like the most basic of loincloths possible, as they bolt into your back line. And we will get 3 of them attacking Mr. Ebner.
I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Not Ebner, Callum. Thank you very much.
Nah, it's still
I
wrong.
just Joka. I
There we
swear
go.
I'll get your names right one day.
Someday.
This one won't be around for too much longer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't seem like this one's gonna be here for a while. So.
All right. Since they are charging, they each get +2 to hit, but -1 on their AC for the next round.
And I had my back walking down backwards, so I should still be facing them.
You were walking backwards?
I was. I was the
Perfect.
last one in line walking backwards.
Excellent. Well, the first one comes in with a 12 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. The little goblin spear is not a full proper spear. It's a spear for a smallish creature, so it only does d6 damage, which will stab you for 3. That's the top goblin. The next one on the way down will roll 14 to hit you, stabbing you for 4 damage.
Okay.
And the third goblin will botch his attack with a modified 9. Coming to stab you, but like careening too far to the south to really get an attack in it. Instead of the stab, it just like whiffs past your hair. And the last goblin, the injured one, is sort of dancing back and forth on the back line, waiting for a chance to get in. And let's roll that initiative. Their ambush was very successful.
Higher the better, baby.
Actually, no.
No. You want low?
Yeah.
You want those low numbers?
Yeah, you want them low numbers. All right. So if you can attack a goblin before it gets its turn, it still has a penalty to its AC. Jebediah, you're the first one to go.
Cool. I can only see 2 of them, so I'll attack this one right here.
Excellent.
Give me that shit. Boom.
Oh, you will critical. You will double critical, which is max critical. That is 3 times damage dice here.
Nice.
3d6 boys. For
All right. Luckily, it's enough to bring this goblin down. It crumples and dies.
Good job,
Next person. Callum.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess I look back. Joka is the one that took the damage last time, right?
Correct.
What? I can barely. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble seeing
Is that too dark for you?
exactly what's happening. Yeah, on my screen, I could barely see. Okay.
Should have
Interesting.
light on it, right?
He does have light on him. I think it's a
have
difference
light.
between the brightness that the game is broadcasting and the brightness of the monitor versus the lighting in the room.
It might be.
Yeah. Because on my screen, I can see from your vision, and
Okay.
you should be able to see to about here.
Oh my. Okay. No.
No, not anywhere close to that far.
My. Wait. Is it? Can you not see that far as well?
Wait,
or
about where?
I can barely
Oh, I'm
see.
sorry.
The
No.
goblin
You
back
should.
of it.
Yeah, you've got a 20-foot vision. You should be able to
Yeah,
see to here.
okay.
I was
okay,
using goblin
okay.
vision accidentally.
Okay, I got it.
understand.
Okay. I was gonna say that's so dark.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
only
it is.
20
I
feet of
can-
vision
yeah.
coming off this guy.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Callum only basically hears things as to what's happening behind him, and he doesn't really exactly know what's going on back there, other than goblins are probably
Right. You can hear the slapping of big goblin feet on the ground. There's shrill
Okay.
shrieks and
Gotcha.
Joka's cries of pain as he gets stabbed
Okay.
over and over again.
Okay, so I immediately spin around and I go, Joka, are you all right?
No.
Oh dear. Okay, so
Oh dear.
he goes. He probably. I move in. I think. Oh shoot. Oh, I literally just moved my token right on
There
top.
you go.
All right, let's move right there. Okay, now I can see what's going on here. Okay, cool. So I run down the hallway and I take up position right next to Joka.
Excellent.
And I
do
guess. Yeah, sorry.
Do you want to make any attacks?
Yeah, it looks like there's a goblin. I should be adjacent to that tile, right?
Yep,
That
this guy right here.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna punch that dude. I think I get 2 attacks, right? First round.
One with your main hand, one with your offhand.
Right, gotcha. Okay, so I am going to swing with my right.
Your right fist comes in, connecting with the goblin's jaw. Roll me some damage.
Right.
3.
Three.
And you can hear the crack in the jaw as the goblin's head goes far to the side, and he slowly like recoils in pain, a little stunned by the blow.
Awesome.
And offhand.
And offhand. That one has a -2.
Yep, no good with that one. You swing and you miss.
Okay, cool.
The first goblin goes. It's this one up here, and he's gonna try and take down Joka. That's gonna work. He's got the advantage. Joka's almost dead. But a 5 isn't gonna do it. The goblin stab is like an upward stab, trying to impale your head and like already get you on the spike so we can dance you around in front of his friends. But you can move back in time to dodge the blow.
Good deal.
The next is, I'm just gonna move you away so you're not in the annoying wave of combat. This goblin will step on in and turn his attention towards Callum, bring the first spear blow against you with a 9 to hit. It is not going to be good enough. And the middle goblin will stab at not Ebner, Joka one more time with a 4. Another low blow that misses. Ebner, it's your turn.
Abner is going to walk up here, and can I stab like through a person's square?
Your spear is not long enough to do that.
Am I able to move through a person's square to like move around like that?
Well, that's solid wall up here. This is cave
Can I
wall.
go through or no?
You want to? No, you can't move into the enemy squares.
Okay,
No.
so I can't really cut through and
No, it's not that wide of a path, and your
Got it.
2 allies are in the front of you. You can stand behind, even if you
Can
if you throw your spear something, you might be able to make it, but you'll get a penalty to hit because, like, there's a line of people in front of you.
Is it possible to grab Joka, like, by the yoke of his neck or whatever, and, like, pull him behind me? Or, like, pull him, like, okay.
If you want to switch places with him, it'll still provoke an attack of opportunity, but it'll be against you instead of against him.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. So you grab him and try and switch places with him, which gives an attack of opportunity to... Hold on, you might want to rethink that, because it'll give all 3 goblins here an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely can't do that then.
Okay.
I guess I'll cast... I forgot that I had this. I'll cast Cure Light Wounds on Joka.
That's cool. That helps.
That's a better idea. I forgot I had that. It's just 1d8, right?
Yeah. Normally that would push you to the last in initiative because you'd be changing your action from your weapon to
But he
your...
already is.
But you're already last, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So in this case, just roll 1d8 and he'll gain that much HP.
Is it 1d8 plus 1 because I'm a level 1 caster?
Nope. It is 1d8.
1d8.
Welcome to the brutal world of 2nd edition. What's it like when you cast a healing spell on your ally? What is it visually and auditorially? Like, what are the sensations that people might notice?
Can I make it, like, cool? So, like, make it, like, it kind of goes back in time. It kind of, like, reverses his wounds or whatever.
You can do it however you want. Yeah.
That's how I'll do it. It'll, like, reverse what happened to him and kind of, like, make the damage just kind of, like, go back.
So, like, the wound... Like, visually describe to me what happens to the wound.
Visually, like, the wound will, like, close and kind of, like, go back to how it was. Yeah.
Like, leaving no scars or bruising or anything?
Nope.
Oh, nice.
Like, it's undone through time.
Okay. And at the very end of the round, we get Joka.
Damn you, green goblins. Damn you. And we're going to hit him with my axe.
12 will do. Who are you striking?
The one straight in front of me. He's got to go first.
All right. Give me some damage.
Nice.
You sever the goblin's head from his shoulders, and he drops to the ground, very, very dead.
And
at
then,
the end,
can I attack and then move, or can I?
Yeah, you can attack and move.
All right, and then I just want to move out here to the other side of these two, and turn around.
Excellent. And Jebediah, you get your 2nd attack.
Excellent. Does this guy right here have any cover against me?
No, maybe a little bit. What is 25% cover? Maybe.
Cool.
Let's see.
Well,
25% cover is -2 to hit. So a 12 becomes a 10, which hits a goblin.
perfect.
A naked goblin.
6 of them.
6 will overkill the goblin. The arrow hits him in the back. He stumbles, falls backwards onto the ground, an arrow sticking out of his chest. There is but 1 goblin and the 4 of you, so let's roll initiative.
Do you want me to click the initiative button? I can. I just got so used to rolling it off the character sheet. I just need to retrain myself.
I mean, that's what I've been doing, is rolling off the...
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think if you've selected your character token and roll off the sheet, it should be fine.
Yeah, no, it seems to be working. I just didn't know if you wanted it one way or another.
No. However it gets done, it's fine.
Okay. Cool.
Jeb should actually have a 12. Yeah, there we go. Callum, you are the first to go.
Okay. So this is the last goblin that we can see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's wounded too.
All right. Yeah. All right. Callum is not really one for conversing at this point. I think he's just gonna take a shot at this thing. So would this be considered the second round of my combat? So if I were to attack, I would get 3 attacks.
Yes, you would get 2
Okay.
right now, and at the very end of the round, you would get your extra main hand.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So right now I'm rolling the main hand, offhand, and then later the extra main hand.
Correct. Main hand's a swing and a miss. Offhand's a swing and a miss. Joka with the big axe.
All right. Forget this guy. Stupid goblin die. It's not going to happen, though.
It's not gonna happen. Your axe goes
That
up.
was a D10.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was D10.
Ooh.
Not much better.
Okay.
It's a little windy in here.
Yeah. Jebediah, maybe you can resolve this situation.
All right, so
If
what
you
I'm doing
fire
is like,
through Callum, it'll be
no, so
same
look
penalty.
at what I rolled. I rolled a +5 on there. So like, swing the bow back over my shoulder, so it's just kind of like hanging off me, and pull out my spear. Like this whole time, I'm like fishing it out in my back.
You grab your hand on the spear.
Yep, and then so I can move up there and get him.
18 will do it. You will critical the goblin with your spear. Roll me double damage.
Excellent, ultra spear, boys.
Let's go.
The second crit in a row?
Yeah.
Not in a row,
Maybe not in a row.
but
Oh, okay. Second crit.
Doesn't
Yes.
matter. He killed the goblins. The goblins.
The goblin goes down, lying flat on the ground.
woo-wee, skewering him better than a pig on a hot run. Woo.
Good thing we have the long spears instead of the mini spears like them.
True.
From deeper within the cave, you hear a booming voice. It speaks in a language you do not understand, but it is followed by a series of kind of sharp chittering noises from, well, who knows what.
Does it sound like
I'd like to light
cackling?
one of my torches. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, does it sound like laughter or?
No, it sounds like the. Give me a charisma check to see how well you can interpret this voice.
Do I just click on charisma? Sick.
14 is not going to be good enough. It's to you. It's just this big booming. It could mean anything.
Could be a friend.
Can I light one of my torches and throw it in the middle of this room in front of me, so I've got vision of what's going on in here? So if
Sure.
more things start running into this room, I can see them before they're attacking me in my back.
Yeah.
Let me get you a torch icon.
And I just want to throw it in the middle of the room. I don't actually want it on my person.
And it has 20 feet of light.
Perfect.
Okay. There's the torch. The booming voice sort of echoed through the cave. And a moment passes.
Did you guys hear that? Maybe we should go further in, or do you think we should meet it head on?
Well, what was it? Do y'all recognize the voice? Did it sound goblin-esque, or didn't really seem goblin to me?
Did not recognize it. No.
I didn't
It certainly
recognize it.
sounded like no man or dwarf.
I would agree with that. I would agree.
That seems to be the case.
Well, we know the goblins ran in from behind us, so do you think they just sat on that north tunnel and to charge us in our backs, or do you think they're actually that way? We've kind of got another decision to make.
Do you guys know which way you heard the noise from?
Sort of echoed throughout the whole cave. You know how cave sounds work. Actually, I don't know how much time you guys have spent in caves, but it sort of echoes off the walls, and it can be difficult to interpret. One of you make me a perception check. Whoever wants to do it for the whole party.
Damn.
No. Not sure where it came from.
Well, maybe we should hold this corridor. If it's huge, if it's big enough, which it sounded huge, I don't think it can probably come through here, but it'd probably be best if we hold together.
Let's stay together, and I'd be willing to take point and move up north.
I like
That
north.
sound good?
Sounds like a great idea.
Better than staying here.
It's
Alright.
true. I'm gonna let him lead the way.
All right, I'll lead the way. Face north. We're going through this tunnel. See.
We
what's-
gonna bring the torch with us or just leave it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I grab the
Yeah.
torch on our way out? So I've got vision behind us too.
Yeah, let
That's a good
me
point.
give you control of the torch.
Okay.
There you go.
Do I have to?
Beautiful.
Do I have to worry about the light spell running out anytime soon, or?
It lasts for
1 hour.
70 minutes, and you guys have been. Each round of combat is 1 minute, so it's
Okay.
been probably 10
Okay.
minutes since you guys started.
Okay, so we got a bit.
Got a little bit of time.
I'll whisper. The goblins came from this way, so maybe they're hordes this way.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe not.
What is this up here on our right, Neil? Is this water?
Is that?
Yeah. That's water.
A water.
I'm gonna
Hey, is there anything? Nope, that's just corner.
Make sure you guys stay close together.
Stupid fortune.
Wait, what is that? Is that another nook over there?
Seems to just be a large chamber with a small pool in it. Water drips from the ceiling into the pool, and you're right. There does seem to be something across the pool.
Okay.
Something, maybe. Who knows?
We're still not hearing anything yet.
Mm-mm.
Do we see anything now? There's not anything over here.
Nothing.
Is there anything up here?
It's, just part of the cave. It ends back in a rounded section.
Huh.
A few stalagmites and stalactites hang or jut from everywhere.
I mean, the goblins had to have come from this way, so there has to be like a way out, right? Or somewhere to go.
Well, remember,
Maybe they
think
just
the one at
here and waited on us.
front.
Was
That
there
one that-
another? Sorry.
Oh, I do see. And then I'll point out, oh, wait, if we go down into the water, there's an entrance or an opening.
Daniel, how deep is that water?
The torchlight kind of shines off of it, reflecting. It's got to be at least a few feet deep, but you'd need to poke it to see if it's deeper than that.
Sure. I'll take out my spear and just lower the half end down there, see how deep it is.
Yeah, right here at the lip, it's only a few inches, but as you poke out a little bit deeper, it seems that it's at least a foot deep and kind of soft, silty soil down below.
We could probably just stay on we could just like go around the lip or whatever, right? Everybody?
We could for sure try.
That's a good point.
Maybe the tall
I'll-
people should go first.
I'll take a dip. I'll take a dip into it, and I'll keep myself on the edges.
The water is cold.
And I'll
quite
keep
cold.
poking my spear in front of me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll do like a blind man, like using the spear to navigate.
Yeah, as long as you hug the edge, you should be
Ah.
fine.
There's a ledge. All right, I'll climb up on here.
Yeah, you head back, and it's just a dead end. Looks like when the water level is higher, for whatever reason, it fills into here, and when it's lower, it kind of drains back out. The soil over here is that same, like, bottom of the pond siltiness.
And then we're back to where we started.
Are we able to climb up?
That's not too difficult. As long as you're not in
Okay.
combat, you should have no problem climbing up.
All right. So nothing over here. Wait, have we? Okay, that's where we came from. Was there another cross section somewhere else earlier in the cave? Is there?
We never completely explored to the right.
True.
True. That's
We
true.
should head to the right hand section.
Let's do that.
Uh-oh.
I think we were here when we got ambushed before.
Yeah, we never went down.
It's true.
Or
Is there anything off?
You hear chittering, the sound of goblins from the south. It's very clear that there are goblins down there. You can hear them, and they begin to call out as if they're yelling at someone or something.
let's create the 3 melees in the front here. Ready attacks, maybe?
Okay.
You can all hit people who come. And then I'll ready an attack.
Let's do that. I'll do the same.
All right, let's pause about right here, because that torchlight is great illumination for creatures far away from you. And as you step to this area, a flurry of spears. Whoops, chat can't see. A flurry of spears come screaming down this hallway in your direction. Don't have great range. What is the range of a spear? 10, 20, 30? You guys are 60 feet, so that's 20 yards. So it's medium range. So the goblins will hurl their spears, 2 at Joka and 2 at Callum, since you guys are the ones producing light or well illuminated by light.
Sure.
So the first 2 spears come towards Callum with a natural 20 and a 17. So those are at -2 because of the darkness, because of the range. But then you couldn't see it coming, so it's at 4, since it's sort of like a surprise attack out of the darkness. So a 22 against you, Callum. What is your AC? 10?
Should just be 10, yeah.
Oh, unfortunately, that is going to do... That's a double crit. That is 3 times damage dice. And the 17 is just going to be a regular hit. But you are going to take some serious damage here. Where's my other d6? It's missing. All right. The double crit spear hits you for 4, plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And the 17 is just a regular hit for 1, so 10 damage total, which is surprisingly low on 4d6, if you ask me.
No, Neil. Surprisingly,
Only
10 46 to you.
And the other 2 spears are coming at Joka, which is a 3 plus 2 is 5.
Nice.
And a natural 1 plus 2 is 3. Is no good for them.
I think it was beautiful for him.
Mixed bag of nuts
Still
here.
fat. Soy boy body, why nobody bragging about that? Not to be demeaning, but your true calling is carpet cleaning just to get ready for that switch. The day's coming when you're banned on Twitch, and I'm gonna be screaming, ha ha, look at that bitch. That's what I got, boys. Is that fire? Did I get pogs or did I get ha-has?